What's going on, everybody? This is your boy, Leonard III, and we thank you for watching another great episode of Because Podcast. I'm with my great host,
Josh Lucas, man. What's good with you guys?
And we got another great episode that we're getting ready to show to you today. But before we do that, like always, we need you to click, comment, and subscribe. So go right now on our page, press that red button, subscribe right now so that you can get more great information about our channel. So without further ado, let's get started with our video in 3, 2, 1. What's going on, everybody? Listen, we had another great episode of Because Podcast. I got my other great host with me,
Josh Lucas. How you guys are doing today?
Oh, man, and we just want to talk to y'all a little bit. Listen, we haven't really been back talking a lot about the NBA, and we've got to get ready to talk a little bit about the NBA. The NBA just started, man, the season, the regular season schedule, and there's going to be a lot of action. First game, Josh, I really want to talk to you about is the Pelicans versus the Toronto Raptors. Now, this is a game, when you look at that game, man, and I took a lot of looks into that game and really to get back into it. When you look into that game, Toronto plays the Pelicans, and they were up by 19, 20 points at one time. And then they come back. You, speaking objectively, tell me, what was the reason do you think the Pelicans lost that game? Because they had the talent. Zion's not
simple.
there, but...
Let's get straight to it, man.
Okay.
Poor coaching.
Okay.
I think Alvin Gentry is a great coach. Don't get me wrong, but you got to have coaches that fit the organizations, man. This team is too talented to, only win one game so far this season, man. With or without Zion, man. Zion is a great talent. Zion will be a force. He will be a great asset to this team, but he is not our franchise player. Drew Holiday is our franchise. Brandon Ingram is showing that he should be our franchise player, which we should look more into, man. Brandon Ingram had some great games, man. I think he dropped 35 the other night, man, which was ridiculous, man. Drew Holiday will, still be our solid core franchise player, but we have way too much talent, man. Not just talent. We have awesome shooters.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome
absolutely.
shooters. J.J. Redick, Frank Jackson, that young rookie Alexander. I could go on and on, man.
Yeah. Now, I want to talk a little bit about this. When you say poor coaching, one of the decisions that was made, right, in the game, going to October 22nd, which was that Tuesday game against Toronto, he played Lonzo Ball only 24 minutes, and he left him out in the fourth quarter. Lonzo Ball is your starting point guard, and you leave him out. The guy facilitating the offense, and you leave this guy out in the fourth quarter. If you was the coach, what do you think would be the thought process for leaving him out?
I mean, to be honest with you, man, you have Lonzo Ball as your true point guard, but where's the second point guard?
Well, you got Frank Jackson.
Frank Jackson is a great guard, but I don't think he's a 1. Frank Jackson should be a 2.
I mean, but all you have, well, if he's a 2, then all you have is Drew Holiday.
Yeah, because Drew Holiday also is a great guard, but I think he's a 2 also. So when you talk about that, of course, Lonzo Ball, I think he has a lot of potential. He passes the ball pretty good. He has a good eye on defense. But of course, we're going to need help. We're going to need that number 1 guard, that point guard, to step up for our team. Now, are there any other true point guards on our team? I don't know. We still early in the season, man. We still have a lot of people to show what they have.
I don't think we do. Everybody that we have really.
I'm not going against that coaching decision.
Let's go into the league. The league is not a league of the traditional point guard anymore. Everybody that's in the league who's a point guard now are scoring guards. Back in the day, they were traditional point guards where they pass. But most of these guys who are point guards are putting up 20 points themselves.
I mean, the one thing that I always knew the Pelicans always needed, even back when we had Anthony Davis, was a facilitator.
Yeah.
The one year that we did have a facilitator, we swept the Portland Trailblazers. Rajon Rondo was the definition of a facilitator, man. He showed great poise. He directed our offense pretty well, even our defense. amazing alley-oops to Anthony Davis. The way we orchestrated our game plan was great with Rondo.
Right.
I'm not saying that we need to go right back to that what we had with Rondo, but we need to establish a facilitator on our team. Lonzo Ball, he's a great player. He can facilitate the ball, but is he our facilitator for our team? I'm not sure.
Yeah, and to go into this just for a couple of more minutes, I don't think Gentry is looking for that. I mean, because when you look at it, the style of play that they're running right now is just basically run and gun.
Just run
and gun. There's no half court offense, and the reason why he said there's not going to be any half court offense in this part of the season is because they don't know how to play it yet. So basically, we have a situation where it's run and gun, pass the ball. If nothing works, give it to Brandon Ingram or give it to Drew Holiday for isolation ball. And we've been seeing like that. You've seen the game where we had J.J. Redick hack up a bunch of threes and miss. That was the game, not Denver, but it was the game before that. And when you look at a game, I think it was either Houston. I think it was Houston. The Houston game, where you see him hacking up a bunch of threes and he missing threes because there's no fluidity to the offense. It doesn't seem like they're gelling right now. And that, like you said, it comes with coaching. Why do you think Gentry can't bring this team over the hump and bring them together? What do you think about that?
Hey, man, that's personal problems, man. I have no idea, man. Only Alvin Gentry can answer that one. Sometimes you just got to realize, man, certain coaches.
Do you think it's too much talent?
Coaches can't handle certain teams, man. Like, one thing that I will say is I miss Monty Williams to death, man. Monty Williams, probably the only coach that I know had different rosters every single year, but still managed to win games and have winning seasons, man. We didn't make playoffs much, but you can tell that coach definitely coached his ass off in different games, and it showed a lot. I didn't see Monty Williams lose 25-point leads. I didn't see Monty Williams, have situations. You're right, we had a different team, but I mean, but at the end of the day, you had no numbers on that team, buddy. Other than Anthony Davis and Drew Holiday, we didn't have a set a set list of players that was on that team for years to come.
Yeah, but
the only other player that we had that lasted more than 2 seasons was Solomon Hill, and we all know how the hell Solomon Hill played for us.
Yeah, but not because basketball is a totally different sport. You can definitely get a group of guys that commit to a system, right? Like San Antonio, they never really had all the tremendous talent every year, even when Kawhi won a championship, even when they had Ginobili and Tony Parker. But they got to bite into a system, right? A system of how Popovich plays. And when you look at that, I don't think really first of all, I don't think Alvin Gentry has a system, right? I think he has a system that works effective for the team that he's coaching. Now, they said, Zion's not, we can't really see the full potential of what this team could be because Zion's not back, right?
Yeah.
So we don't really know how far they can go, or we got to really wait it out to really see how good the Pelicans are going to be, because they're not playing with their quote unquote not the best player but most talented player. Yeah. Because Zion's the most talented player. He may not be the best player. They've given that to Drew.
Maybe not the most talented, but he's definitely the most prolific player right now.
Yeah, I mean, he's the high flyer. He's putting butts in the seats. People, they selling out the arena because the people come to see Zion. Yeah. I want to go to a little bit, we can talk about the Pelicans all day. I want to go to a different range. The two most exciting teams in the West right now, besides the Houston Rockets, are the Los Angeles Lakers and the Los Angeles Clippers. I want to really go into the game versus the Clippers and the Lakers and really just give you an understanding just about some things that happened. 102-112, Clippers defeats the Lakers. This was also the next Tuesday game. Now, I want to talk a little bit about that. There was something that was on TV. I believe it was Stephen A. Smith that said LeBron is going to be a totally different animal this year with the addition of Anthony Davis. That killer instinct that Stephen A. Smith that talked about, I don't see it yet from LeBron. When I look at these stats right here, we're looking at the stats right now. He was 7 for 19, and he put off 18 points. 18 points is not going to get it done. Of course, he has 8 assists. LeBron is the guy that can get that. But when you look at it, he's still deflecting and bringing the ball back to Anthony Davis, or giving the ball to Green to try to get him open, or giving the ball to Dwight Howard, Avery Bradley, Pope, and all those guys. Can he show you the killer mentality to get this team to the finals? Because I don't see it from LeBron right now.
You sound delirious.
I just don't see it. I don't see it from LeBron.
This is freaking King James that he's talking about, ladies and gentlemen. He doesn't see. What you say you don't see?
I don't see.
I don't see the killer instincts
that could take them.
To
winning a championship. I don't think this team can win a championship.
You don't see killer instincts in LeBron James right now.
I don't see they can win a championship.
So that they could win a championship. Let me tell you why you don't. Let me tell you why you don't see a killer instinct. It's because LeBron James, for the first time in his career, LeBron James has a player that he could honestly say is better than him. LeBron James is playing with probably the greatest teammate he has ever had. Anthony Davis just posted 40 points and 20 rebounds in 3 quarters not too long ago. Man, I hate the fact that Anthony Davis left the Pelicans, but you can't do nothing but respect the fact that this guy is maybe one of the greatest players in the NBA right now. The man can't do. I'm trying to understand what he can't do. I don't really know what Anthony Davis can't do.
There's a lot of things he can't do.
This man, hey, tell me one thing Anthony Davis can't do.
There's a lot of things. He's not a real big guy when it comes to getting in the paint.
This man is a force.
He's not that.
Let's understand that Anthony Davis is leading the league in rebounds. Come on, man. Anthony Davis is a freaking hound, bro. LeBron James doesn't have to do much for this team this year.
They ain't gonna lose.
This team,
they're gonna lose.
Just like LeBron James said in a post interview, when Anthony Davis is on the court, the ball is gonna flow through Anthony Davis, regardless if LeBron is on the court with him. That ball has to flow through Anthony Davis, and he's proven why he's a great player. He's proven why he's probably one of the greatest assets to the Lakers. The man had freaking 19 points in 1 quarter. 19 points in 1 quarter. I'm talking about that game where he had 40 and 20 in 3 quarters. The man could have went for 60, honestly. And it wouldn't even showed him breaking a sweat. That's how easy he's scoring out there, people. LeBron James is just sitting in a comfortable high seat right now, riding that wave until we get to the playoffs, and then we show who the true king is.
The king
I definitely
Kawhi.
see LeBron James quietly coming out with maybe a 22 point per game season.
No, definitely not.
Maybe 6 rebounds. I see his assists going up, but they're definitely going to that championship, man. The Lakers will definitely represent the West.
Definitely not. Now, I want to continue this conversation with you. We're talking a little bit about LeBron. One of the things that I've seen this season from LeBron, he's as passive as he's ever been.
I mean, you have Anthony freaking Davis.
I'm saying again, he's as passive as he's ever been. Now, the LeBron James, the MVP type caliber player that we have seen for going on this is his 17th year in the season. He started in 2003, so we're going on his 17th year in the season. He's looked as passive as I've ever seen. He's never had the killer instinct. And when you're talking about a guy, yes, this guy has never had the killer instinct. This is not a guy like a Kobe. This is not a guy like a Dirk. He's not an assassin. And he's as passive as I've ever seen him to be. And if you got a guy like this, where we saying, because last year they didn't even make the playoffs, right? This is the same LeBron. Same LeBron. They had Kuzma. They had Rondo. They had Cousins.
Are delirious.
No. I think Cousins just came. They had Golden State had Cousins. But
LeBron James went to the finals with the Cleveland Cavaliers with by far.
Why he couldn't do it with the Lakers? Why he cannot do it? If he's LeBron, he's the champion. He's why he couldn't do it with the Lakers?
It was his first year, bro. LeBron James didn't have the players that he needed to at least make a playoff.
Got murdered.
Then we have to what the hell I got to do with
anything? He came back and played.
What does that have to do with anything?
He came back
LeBron James. We forgot that LeBron James was injured also last year and had to sit out over 20 games. So come on, man.
He got murdered, bro. His dad got murdered.
LeBron James is still one of the best players in the league. He is still King James. He went to 8 straight freaking finals. Put respect on his name, please. Pretty please.
So you're saying, and this is going to be your words, not mine. You're saying right now, LeBron James is still the best basketball player in the NBA right now.
That. You put words in my mouth.
I'm asking you, no, Team James. I'm trying to see it.
I said one of. LeBron James definitely top 5. Yes, of course, top 5 player.
Top 5 right now.
Right now, yes.
Top 5.
All right, that goes into another category.
Okay, KD
all right. So let's try to go over our top 5 list for right now.
Top 5 list.
Top 5. Who do you got?
Man, you put me on the spot. Okay,
I'm putting you on the spot because you said LeBron James is not in that top 5.
All right, let's go.
So
top
I need to know who's these players in front of LeBron.
So no KD, right?
No KD. No, he's not playing.
All
no.
Right. So if we gotta go 5, number 1, you definitely gotta go with James Harden.
Okay.
MVP caliber, right?
All right.
So second, you gotta go runner up. So you gotta go. You gotta go MVP caliber. He was runner up. Second, you gotta go with Giannis, the MVP.
All right, that's 2.
So you gotta go with Giannis because that just makes sense for both of those 2 guys, right? Then when you go to 3, when you look at 3 and you look at far as efficiency, numbers, and scoring, I gotta give it to Steph Curry. You know, Steph Curry is still a guy that can ball. He still got to put up high numbers. This is
before the injury. For the viewers that don't know,
this is before the injury.
Steph Curry just had successful surgery, and he will be out for 3 months with the left hand injury. But
I'm just trying to tell me. I'm talking about this season right here. This season
right here, that Steph Curry is playing better than LeBron. Oh, was playing better than LeBron before the injury. That's what you're telling me.
I'm telling you right now.
You're delirious. You're freaking delirious. You're only coming up with that because you have a personal vendetta against LeBron.
Dude.
You guys don't know. But Leonard does not like LeBron James. He never did like LeBron James. He always bet against LeBron James.
And he always loses.
That's a problem. That's a problem. He doesn't respect this man. This man is King James for a reason. 8 straight finals. I don't give a damn if he won or lost.
Bro, LeBron is averaging 23.2, right? Now, when you come 22.2 and he's averaging 9.5 assists. Now, he goes up in assists, but look at this. 27.4 from last year.
Okay, you have Anthony Davis on your freaking hip to pass the ball to.
That's why he's not top 5. See, now let's go to my number 4. Davis is number 4.
All right, that's a good one. I think that Anthony Davis is playing better than LeBron James.
Of course, he's playing better than LeBron James.
All right,
and then you gotta go, and then you even gotta go with my number 1 pick, which is Kawhi. Kawhi is playing the best basketball right now. So when you look at those top 5 people, of course, we could probably say, okay, let's switch Curry for LeBron. But come on, man. No, indeed. What Curry is with Golden State, Curry is a god, man. And LeBron is just he's washed. His time is up. His season is over. That's like an old story when it's the old guy, he's going into the abyss in the West. You know those old Westerns where you ride on a horse and you ride in the sunset? It's sunset time for LeBron, dude. It's over for this
guy. That is watching this right now, I apologize to you. My co-host didn't have his coffee today, obviously.
Bro, come on. You can tell my 5. Then who's your 5? My 5 legitimate. My 5 is legitimate.
My top 5 players right now, as right now, with only a few games into the season. All right. Top 5. It's in no order at all. I'm gonna go with Kawhi.
Of course, you gotta go Kawhi.
I'm gonna go with Giannis.
Of course.
I'm gonna go with Anthony Davis for sure. I'm gonna go with Kyrie Irving.
Yeah, I can go with that.
And last but not least, LeBron James. Come on, man, you are tripping.
He's not top 5. I mean, you can say whatever you want. This is yours.
You're right. This is my opinion. You're right.
He's not top 5.
Yeah. Okay.
When you look at it, he's not a top 5 guy.
That just doesn't sound right coming out your mouth. LeBron James isn't the top 5
so you
player.
Saying LeBron James right now?
That doesn't sound right.
You're saying LeBron James right now is carrying his team.
I didn't say LeBron James is carrying his team. I'm saying that LeBron James is a top 5 player right now in the NBA.
No, he's not.
Jesus Christ.
Dude, he's not, because when you look at it right now, there's so many other players that's playing to her. I could go with about 3 or 4 more players. Russell Westbrook.
You're trying to tell me that Russell Westbrook is playing better than LeBron James right now?
Yes. At a higher caliber than LeBron James.
With this goddamn mic.
A way higher caliber than LeBron James. Y'all, see, that's the thing I don't like about LeBron James fans, right? They don't look at things objectively. Oh, LeBron, he's a guy. But he's not doing nothing. There's so many guys that can put up 23 points in this league, ain't nothing. There's so many guys that can put up 23 points like that, ain't nothing. Bro. KD, if KD comes back, he's in the conversation. Well, we know that he could put up 27,
that's
28
KD,
like
baby. That's easy money snipe, man. That's different, but
so there's other guys that we can talk about I can speak about and say, but you know what I'm saying. I'm not really gonna discuss that right now.
You really just said Steph Curry before the injury had a better season than LeBron starting.
We can only go by 4 games. Curry's averaging 20.5.
4 games, you trying to tell me that Steph Curry had a better performance than LeBron in 4 games?
He brings more value to his team than LeBron. He brings more value to his team than LeBron.
This is a very interesting podcast today.
Of course, we're going to have this discussion more because the season is still going on.